Good morning to all our listeners tuning into Hot Topic and Fresh News, today July 15th, 2024. We're delving into a chilling discovery in Nairobi, Kenya, where multiple dismembered bodies have been found at a dump site near Kware Police Station. The Acting Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, has confirmed the transfer of officers from the implicated station to ensure a fair investigation. Since Friday, detectives have uncovered the remains of at least 8 women, aged between 18 and 30, all showing signs of severe mutilation and torture. This gruesome find occurs amidst widespread allegations of human rights abuses by Kenyan police during recent anti-government protests, including accusations of unlawful shootings and arbitrary arrests. The proximity of the dump site to the police station raises alarming questions, as the Independent Police Oversight Authority contradicts the police's initial reports, suggesting a potential link to the force. As the investigation unfolds, President William Ruto has assured that the perpetrators will face justice. This story is rapidly developing, and we'll continue to keep you updated with the latest information. Stay tuned. Good morning, everyone. This is Emily, your trusted voice bringing you the indispensable news updates on Hot Topic and Fresh News.
And I'm David, here to add my insights to our discussion.
We're thrilled to have you join us today. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated with all our episodes. Straight to the hot topics.
Can you shed some light on the significance of the police transfers in Nairobi?
Absolutely. The transfers are a critical step to ensure that the investigations into the horrifying discoveries of dismembered bodies are conducted without any bias. With the police station being so close to the dump site where the bodies were found, it's essential to remove any potential influence or interference from local officers.
What has been the reaction of the public to these gruesome findings?
The public's reaction has been one of shock and anger, understandably. The discovery of bodies, particularly those of young women, has not only sparked outrage but also fear within the community. The allegations of police involvement have further strained the trust between the police and the public.
How are human rights groups responding to these events?
Human rights groups have been vocal in their condemnation of the police's actions, especially in light of the recent anti-government protests where police brutality was reported. They're calling for a thorough and transparent investigation to ensure those responsible are held accountable, emphasizing the need to address systemic issues within the police force.
What can you tell us about the ongoing investigations?
The Independent Police Oversight Authority is currently leading the investigations to establish any possible links between the police and the deaths. They've noted signs of torture and mutilation on the bodies, which only adds to the urgency of their inquiry. The goal is to provide some answers and justice for the victims and their families within 21 days.
And the political implications? How is this affecting the government?
This crisis is a significant test for President William Ruto's administration, which has promised to tackle police reform. The pressure is mounting not just from within Kenya, but also from international observers who are closely watching how the government handles the situation. It's a pivotal moment that could define the government's commitment to human rights and justice.
What are the implications of President William Ruto's public commitment to addressing these killings?
President Ruto's statement is significant as it reinforces the government's stance on upholding the rule of law and ensuring justice. By publicly vowing to hold those accountable, he's not only addressing domestic concerns but also reassuring international observers watching Kenya's response to these human rights issues.
How are these events influencing the general state of public safety in Kenya?
These incidents undoubtedly raise serious concerns about public safety and trust in law enforcement. The severity and the nature of these crimes have instilled fear and uncertainty among citizens, challenging the government to reinforce security measures and restore public confidence.
Has there been any progress in the investigations or any leads on who might be behind these heinous acts?
The Directorate of Criminal Investigations is still in the early stages of their investigation. They've asked for calm and space to thoroughly investigate these matters. Historically, the complexity of such cases means it might take some time before any concrete leads emerge.
You mentioned a related case about a cult leader on trial. Could you elaborate on that?
Yes, The trial of Paul Bench Mackenzie is another unsettling case that has captured national attention. Mackenzie is accused of leading a doomsday cult and is charged with terrorism and murder after the remains of over 400 of his followers were discovered. His trial, which began this week in Mombasa, draws parallels to the current situation in Nairobi, highlighting a disturbing pattern of cult-related activities and mass fatalities in the country.
As we continue to follow these developments, what should our listeners be looking out for in the coming days?
Listeners should keep an eye on any updates from the investigations and any statements from government officials. The outcomes of these cases could have profound implications for Kenya's legal and political landscape, and indeed, for the safety and security of its people. Thanks for tuning into Hot Topic and Fresh News today. We dissected the unsettling news coming out of Nairobi, exploring the implications of the gruesome discoveries and the governmental response. Your engagement and insights are invaluable to us, so please subscribe and hit that notification bell to keep up with our content. Share your thoughts in the comments and spread the word about our channel to everyone interested in staying ahead of the most pressing global issues.
And hey, while you're at it, why not share our podcast with everyone you know? Who doesn't need a bit of intrigue with their morning coffee or during that never-ending traffic commute? Keep tuning in, because we've got plenty more where that came from. We're here every day, bringing you the latest and making sense of it all.
Again, thank you all for joining us. We're eager to bring you more stories that matter. Stay tuned for our next episode.
And remember, whether you're here for the deep dives or the quick updates, we've got you covered.
Stay in the loop, keep your eyes on the news, our channel's content will amuse.